Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, December 10th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with news just in from New Japan Pro Wrestling that Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi have won the 38th Annual World Tag League Tournament by defeating the team of El Phantasmo and Hikuleo in Mashiki Kumamoto. We'll have more information on today's New Japan show during tomorrow's newscast. NXT Deadline streamed live on Peacock and the WWE Network Saturday night from the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. In the main event, Ilya Dragunov defeated Baron Corbin in 20 minutes and 53 seconds to make his third defense of the NXT Championship.
3 H-bombs and a torpedo Moscow. Dragunov stands tall once again.
Trick Williams won the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge, scoring 4 falls, clinching the match with a pin of Braun Breaker with only 4 seconds left remaining in the 25-minute time limit. Breaker, Dijak, and Tyler Bate tallied 3 falls apiece, while Josh Briggs finished with 2. The Women's Iron Survivor Challenge saw Blair Davenport score 3 falls in outlasting Fallon Henley, Kelani Jordan, Lash Legend, and Tiffany Stratton. The match finished with Legend scoring 2 falls. Henley and Stratton scored 1 while Jordan was shut out. Following the match, as Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria appeared on the stage to stare Davenport down, she was attacked from behind by the returning Cora Jade. Both Williams and Davenport are now the #1 contenders for their respective championships.
Mysterio coming right, gets caught this time. Dragon Lee, is this enough? Cover. Oh my God! We got a new champion. We got a new North American champion.
In the night's only other title tilt, Dragon Lee captured the NXT North American Championship by defeating Dominic Mysterio in 10 minutes and 34 seconds. Dragon Lee was a substitute for Wes Lee, who was pulled from the match due to a back issue that will keep him sidelined well into next year. In other results, Carmelo Hayes pinned Lexis King, Kiana James defeated Roxanne Perez in a cage match, and on the pre-show, Axiom pinned Nathan Frazier. The show opened with WWE Senior Vice President of Talent Development Creative and NXT on-screen authority figure Shawn Michaels bringing out CM Punk.
Look at us. Who'd have thought, huh? Me and you.
I just want to tell you something. Nice hoodie.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot my HBK merches. Sorry.
That hurts. That hurts, young man.
No. You guys made up. I made up with Triple H. This is all about healing.
Anything is possible, baby. Anything is possible.
After posing for a selfie with Michaels, Punk, who was wearing a Bret the Hitman Hart sweatshirt, teased that he could sign with the NXT brand rather than Raw or SmackDown. Last night, Impact Wrestling presented Final Resolution from the Don Koloff Arena in Mississauga, Ontario, which was its final show under the Impact Wrestling name. In the main event, Josh Alexander teamed with New Japan World Television Champion Zack Sabre Jr. to put down the Motor City Machine Guns team of Impact World Champion Alex Shelley and X Division Champion Chris Sabin.
Backslide by Sabin. Alexander rolls out.
Wait.
Hold on. Save for spike. Color. I've beaten the Motor City Machine Guns.
Impact Knockouts champion Trinity teamed with Jordan Grace to defeat Deonna Purrazzo and Giselle Shaw. The finish came when Grace, who was the #1 contender for Trinity's title, stole the champion's pin on Purrazzo. In title matches, Digital Media champion Tommy Dreamer pinned Diener, and Ace Austin and Chris Bay retained the Impact World Tag Team title, turning back the challenge of Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards after Bay pinned Myers. Following the bout, Austin and Bay were beaten down by Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. The Rascals' attack on Bay and Austin resulted in Impact's Director of Authority Santino Marella changing Miguel's singles match against Speedball Mike Bailey into a tag affair and saw the debut of Trent Seven as Bailey's partner. Seven, a former NXT UK Tag Team champion alongside Tyler Bate, eventually scored the winning fall by pinning Wentz. Following the match, Seven signed a ceremonial contract presented to him by company president Scott D'Amore.
Because, Trent, damn it, I couldn't sign you that day years ago, but somebody was dumb enough to let you go. So I think We need to carry on the tradition. Trent, I think the people have spoken. And hey, Mike Bailey, you borrowed Josh Alexander's back a few years ago. Why don't you return the favor and let Trent use your back? You just flipped to that last page. Who wants to see Trent Seven in TNA Wrestling?
Other bouts saw Jake Something pin Jason Hotch. Jody Threat defeated Alicia Edwards, and Moose survived Rhino in a no disqualification match. In results from the pre-show, Frankie Kazarian submitted Sheldon Jean, PCO pinned Jesse V, and Jack Price defeated Aiden Prince. This past October, the Anthem Entertainment-owned promotion announced that it would be returning to its original name of TNA Wrestling in 2024. The first event under the revived TNA banner comes on January 13th in Las Vegas with Hard to Kill. AEW Wrestling presented Collision last night on TNT, featuring matches taped last Tuesday night at the Bell Center in Montreal. In the main event, Andrade El Idolo defeated Bryan Danielson in a Continental Classic Blue League match. In a post-match angle, Danielson sustained further injury to his eye and refused help from Andrade.
Here's the conversation that needs to happen. Yeah. They need to talk to Bryan Danielson. They need to...
Wait a second, look at this. Castagnoli and Andrade.
Well, in Andrade's defense, he was checking in on Bryan Danielson. He did what it took to win this match.
Yes, he did.
The win brings Idolo up to 6 points, tying him with Danielson for the lead position in the Blue League. The opening match was also a Blue League match, which saw ROH World Champion Eddie Kingston beat Claudio Castagnoli. Kingston and Castagnoli now have 3 points apiece. Kenny Omega was attacked by Big Bill after leaving the ring following Omega's win over Ethan Page.
Wait a second, Omega! Turn around!
It's Big Bill with a pump kick! Takes the cheap shot!
So now, the World Tag Team Champions have put both the Golden Jets down!
Threatening words from Big Bill to Kenny Omega, who is still down. And now I hear the boos from the fans here in Montreal.
In other results, Wardlow defeated Willie Mack. Penta El Zero Miedo and Commander beat Angelo Parker and Matt Menard, and Willow Nightingale topped Mercedes Martinez. Diamante Martinez attacked Nightingale after the match until Chris Statlander made the save. Also last night, Game Changer Wrestling presented the Highest in the Room 2 from the Ukrainian Cultural Center in Los Angeles. GCW World Champion Blake Christian made his 27th successful defense by putting down the challenge of Starboy Charlie. AEW contracted talent Andrade El Idolo made his GCW debut by defeating Joey Janela in the show's main event. The GCW Tag Team title also stayed put as Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo retained over Masha Slamovich and Rina Yamashita. In other selected results, Jordan Oliver defeated Alec Price. In a mixed tag team match, Johnny Game Changer and Taya Valkyrie defeated Maki Ito and Nick Gage. Jacob Fatu and Juicy Finau topped Effie and Mance Warner, and venerable veteran George South fell to Santana Jackson. And finally, in injury news, Charlotte Flair appeared to suffer a knee injury during her match against Asuka last Friday night on SmackDown. Flair can be seen on video footage that surfaced online being helped to the back after the match by referees while drawing attention to her knee. The injury occurred during the commercial break, which was acknowledged by the announcers and appeared to lead to the match being cut short. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.